Imagine a world where humans shrink to the size of ants. It sounds like science fiction, right? But what if it were possible? This radical concept could revolutionize our existence. Think about it. We could solve some of our biggest global challenges. This tiny shift could have a massive impact. The ability to shrink ourselves would change everything. Our relationship with the environment, our consumption patterns, even our understanding of ourselves would be transformed. We would enter a world full of both incredible opportunities and daunting challenges. Are we ready for such a dramatic change? This idea might seem absurd at first, but let's dive deeper. Let's explore the potential benefits and consequences of a world populated by miniature humans. We might just find that the impossible holds the key to a sustainable future. Let's embark on this thought experiment together. One of the most pressing issues facing our planet is overpopulation. With billions of people consuming resources and generating waste, Earth's systems are feeling the strain. But imagine if we were all the size of insects. Our ecological footprint would shrink dramatically. Smaller humans would need less food, less water, and less space to live. Our cities could be condensed, leaving vast areas of land to return to their natural state. Imagine skyscrapers becoming the size of anthills. Forests could reclaim concrete jungles. The pressure on our planet would ease considerably. Resource consumption would plummet. A single apple could feed a family for a week. Cars would be unnecessary, replaced by tiny, energy-efficient vehicles or even walking. The production of goods from clothing to electronics would require a fraction of the materials. Our impact on the environment would be minimized. Imagine a world with cleaner air, cleaner water, and thriving ecosystems. This is the promise of a miniaturized humanity. A future where we live in harmony with nature, not at its expense. It's a vision worth considering, isn't it? Of course, shrinking to the size of an insect wouldn't be without its perils. Our everyday world, designed for creatures of our current stature, would transform into a daunting obstacle course. A simple rainstorm could become a raging torrent. A gentle breeze could feel like a hurricane. The natural world would become a much more dangerous place. Spiders, ants, and other insects we currently consider mere nuisances would become formidable predators. Imagine a ladybug looming over you. We'd have to adapt quickly to survive in this new, miniaturized ecosystem. Our infrastructure would need a complete overhaul. Buildings, vehicles, and even everyday objects would have to be redesigned for our miniature forms. Imagine navigating a world where a crack in the sidewalk is a chasm, and a puddle is a vast lake. It would be a monumental challenge. Adapting to this shrunken world wouldn't be easy, but humans are a resourceful species. We've overcome incredible odds before. Perhaps this challenge would unlock a new era of innovation and ingenuity, leading to technological and societal advancements we can only dream of. The economic implications of shrinking are staggering. Entire industries would collapse while others would boom. Construction, transportation, and manufacturing would require radical innovation. Imagine building homes in mushrooms or using spider silk for clothing. New industries would emerge around miniaturization technology, micro-manufacturing, and insect-proofing. The job market would undergo a seismic shift, demanding new skills and expertise. The global economy would be reshaped from the ground up. This shift would create both opportunities and challenges. Resource scarcity could become a thing of the past, but competition for specialized resources could intensify. The distribution of wealth and power could be upended, leading to potential social unrest. How would governments manage this dramatic transition? How would we ensure equitable access to resources and opportunities in a miniaturized world? These are complex questions with no easy answers, but one thing is certain: shrinking would reshape the global economy as we know it. Section 5. The Great Divide: Social Implications of Size. The social ramifications of shrinking are perhaps the most intriguing and potentially volatile. Would we create a two-tiered society, with normal-sized humans holding power over their miniature counterparts? Or would this shared experience foster a sense of unity and cooperation? Relationships, families, and communities would be redefined. Imagine living in a world where a child could accidentally step on their parent. The power dynamics within families and society at large would be turned upside down. Communication would pose a challenge. Would we develop new languages or technologies to bridge the size gap? How would we maintain social cohesion and cultural exchange in a world where simple interaction could be fraught with risk? The social fabric of our world would be tested. The potential for misunderstanding, prejudice, and conflict would be high. Navigating this new social landscape would require empathy, understanding, and a willingness to adapt our social norms. Section 6. A Bug's Life: Psychological and Cultural Shifts. Shrinking wouldn't just change our physical world, it would also profoundly impact our psychology and culture. Our self-perception, our values, and our very understanding of what it means to be human would be challenged. Imagine looking up at a blade of grass swaying in the wind, a towering giant in your new reality. How would we cope with the psychological impact of being so small? Would we develop a collective case of small man syndrome? Or would we find liberation in our diminished stature, free from the burdens of our former size? Our art, music, and literature would reflect this new perspective. Imagine epic tales of survival against giant insects or love stories transcending the size barrier. Our cultural touchstones would be redefined through the lens of miniaturization. This shift in perspective could be liberating. We might finally shed our anthropocentric view of the world, recognizing the interconnectedness of all living things. Our values might shift towards sustainability, community, and a deeper appreciation for the natural world. Section 7. The Future of Food Sustenance and Agriculture. Food, the cornerstone of human civilization, would undergo a radical transformation in a miniaturized world. Our current agricultural practices would be obsolete. A single field of wheat could feed a city for a year, but harvesting it would be a Herculean task. New methods of food production would emerge. We might cultivate gardens within greenhouses the size of thimbles, or farm microscopic algae for sustenance. The very act of eating would become a fascinating dance of ingenuity and adaptation. Imagine a world where a single grain of rice is a feast, and a drop of honey is a decadent treat. Our relationship with food would become one of appreciation and resourcefulness, a far cry from our current culture of abundance and waste. This shift could have positive implications for global hunger. With less food needed overall, distribution could become more equitable. However, it would also create new challenges in terms of food security, storage, and the potential for contamination. Section 8. Ethical Quandaries, Rights, Responsibilities, and Power Dynamics. Shrinking humans raises a plethora of ethical dilemmas. Would miniature humans have the same rights and protections as their normal-sized counterparts? How would we ensure their safety and well-being in a world not designed for their size? The power dynamics between normal-sized and miniature humans would be complex and potentially fraught with tension. Would we treat miniature humans as equals, or would they become a vulnerable underclass? The very concept of consent would need to be re-evaluated. How could we ensure that interactions between size-differentiated humans are ethical and respectful? The potential for exploitation and abuse would be a constant concern. These ethical questions have no easy answers. They would require careful consideration, open dialogue, and a commitment to justice and equality for all, regardless of size. Section 9. Beyond the Horizon: Exploring New Frontiers. The ability to shrink humans wouldn't just change life on Earth. It would open up a universe of possibilities for exploration and discovery. We could send miniature astronauts on interstellar voyages, exploring the cosmos in ways we can only dream of today. Imagine tiny probes piloted by miniaturized humans, traversing the vast distances of space, unlocking the secrets of distant planets and stars. The universe would become a more accessible and awe-inspiring frontier. Microscopic exploration wouldn't be limited to space. We could send teams of miniature scientists to explore the human body from the inside out, revolutionizing medicine and our understanding of human biology. The potential for scientific advancement would be limitless. We could unlock the secrets of the quantum world, develop new technologies, and gain a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. Section 10. A New Perspective: Redefining Humanity's Place in the Cosmos. The ability to shrink ourselves would be more than just a technological marvel. It would be a philosophical revolution. It would force us to confront our assumptions about size, scale, and our place in the grand scheme of things. It would be a humbling experience, reminding us that we are but one species among many, sharing a fragile planet. Imagine looking up at a towering oak tree, its leaves rustling in the wind, and realizing that you are no bigger than an ant crawling on its bark. It would be a profound shift in perspective, one that could foster a sense of wonder, humility, and interconnectedness. Perhaps this newfound humility would inspire us to become better stewards of our planet. Perhaps it would help us bridge the divides between cultures and nations, recognizing our shared humanity in the face of the vast cosmos. Shrinking ourselves might just be the key to expanding our understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit. It's a thought-provoking idea, one that challenges us to imagine a future full of possibilities, however improbable they may seem.